And you're asking, when introducing a new ad set with a fresh creative that you want to test against established ad set with conversion history, okay? So is it better to pause the established ad set, duplicate and run the duplicate alongside with the new ad set? Now, here's what I think. Okay, in my opinion, feel free to test new creative whenever you feel you want to, but we don't need to overdo it. You see, here's my philosophy, a very simple foundation of how I manage or help my client optimize their Facebook ads campaign. We do not break what's working. We only find better way to make it work better. Make sense? So if you have a campaign that has been performing and you have a conversion history that you are satisfied with the conversion, the cost per result and everything, keep it running. Even, I would say, continue to optimize it, find out what's working better for this right now. Like probably we should consider testing new creative because the CTR is already doing good. I mean, not doing so good, but you have good ROAS. That means that when we introduce new creative that can improve the CTR, we might get better result along the way, right? So that's what I would do. So basically, in my opinion, like let's say here's the example that I would do. Let's discuss the whole thing based on your example here. So if I have an ad set, a campaign with an ad set that is performing really well, I'll just keep it running. So I would keep it running. I would spend the most money out of it because as long as it's doing well, I would actually keep it running. So then I would optimize. I would try to analyze what's the gap that is, like hindering the campaign to perform better. So if you really identify is the creative, which is, you hear me out, not every campaign needs to be optimized using creative. Yeah, that's a very important thing because I've seen a lot of campaign, the creative is performing, but the result is not coming out. So when we test, it could be because of the placement that we are using. It could be because of the landing page. It could be because of the offer. It could be because of the product. There's so many reasons that affects the performance of a campaign overall. So we really need to find out. But having said that, if you really pinpoint that it's the creative that is not performing so well, that is hindering you from getting better results, now fine. So what I'll do is I would duplicate the existing ad set. As long as it's doing well, in a way it's still performing, I'll keep it there. But I would duplicate the new ad set and I would test new ad in it. Okay, if you want to test. I mean, it really depends on the structure. So if you want to test, you test, let's say 3 or 5 new ads and then you go ahead and test. So then when you identify some of the better performing ads, you can actually duplicate the existing ads into the ad set if you want to, or you can actually keep the ad set running. It really depends on how you want to structure the whole thing. So some of the times, in fact, for my cases, I want to keep the ad set over here. So if, like it's really in there, I would introduce new ad into the performing ad set itself. But we don't overdo it. Like I said, you don't really need to keep creating ads, to be frank. In most of the brand, especially if you're talking about a lean budget that you're having, you probably just need to test new creative once a month or twice a month, to be frank. You don't really need to do that because as long as it's performing, and you need to know how to determine whether it's performing, and you need to know how to find out what are the other possible leakages in your campaign that you can fill and patch it, and hopefully you can get better results. Right? Let's say, for example, right, you have a lot of landing page fill, but your add to cart is crappy, then you know that must be something wrong with the checkout process or the landing page itself. Tweaking things here and there may change things in a very significant way. It's not always the creative. That's why I always encourage people who run ads, you must learn how to look at all the things in a more objective way to be able to make the right decision for your campaign. So yeah, if that's what you want, I would recommend that you scan this QR code, which would take me to my ad review gig on Fiverr, where we will spend 30 minutes over a Zoom call to do 3 things with you. First, I would help you build a dashboard, with all the metrics that you need to monitor for your campaign, specifically for your business. And from there, I will analyze the campaign for you, and I would actually build a plan for you. As I do it, I will teach you how to analyze and make decisions on your own. So basically, that helps you build the mindset or the ability to analyze and optimize. It's a start. I'm not saying that over 30-minute Zoom call, you'll be able to learn the whole thing, but at least I'll give you an action plan that you can, take it on and start testing things on your own. And then after that, after several rounds of sessions like this, I would encourage that you come back if you like it. You will get better and better at looking at the numbers and, of course, the optimization side of things. So yeah, that's what you want. I really encourage that you scan this QR code, book a gig with me, and I look forward to work with you.